Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We are back out on our RV today, trying to get this back window out. We finally got some weather where we can get out and do something. We're going to try to take this window out and get the gasket behind it. It's leaking behind it into the inside of the RV. I'm not sure yet how we're going to get it out. I know that after doing some research online, you have to have a flat, like, gasket scraping tool to get behind it, to get the window broke loose. We're going to try to do that and see if we can't get it done. I'm going to be real careful about tapping in behind it because I don't want to bend anything and I don't want to ruin the gasket that's on this part of it. It looks like the reason it's leaking is because it's not stuck to the RV very well there, but it looks like it may be stuck pretty good up here. So we're going to continue to take the gasket scraper and go around it and get behind it and see if we can get it broke loose, and we'll show you what it looks like once we get it out of the RV there. Okay, we've got it. Okay, got it out. Get it to the ground here. Okay, what we're looking at, we have a rubber gasket around it here that had a vinyl adhesive on it. We're going to try to get that cleaned up and see if we got some new adhesive to put back on it. We're going to clean the RV and we're going to clean the window and see if we can't get it all put back. Okay guys, we've got our window out. We've cleaned our gasket around here. We probably should put a new one, but we don't have one. So what we're going to do is the material that they sent us to go around this window I'm not going to put it in there. It's supposed to be some kind of new stuff, and I looked at it. It's a foam type material. Foam deteriorates in time, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use something that I trust, which is Lexel. It's an elastomeric sealer that's as clear as water. As you can see, it's extremely clear. It dries clear. It is probably the best adhesive sealer that I have ever come across. When I put metal roofs on, I use this, and over the years, it has never let me down. So I'm going to trust it to put this in. It's also, I know I mentioned it's a great adhesive, but we're going to be using it to do this with, mainly because I trust it. That's going to be the biggest issue right there. Is it's something I've used for years, and I have the utmost confidence in it. one thing about this stuff, guys, when you stick it, you better have it where it goes. What we're trying to do first is to get all the way around at once so that we make sure we have enough to get all the way around it, and then I'll come back and I'll add more once I get it around it. Better be sure of what you're doing when you use it, because you don't get a second chance. Okay guys, we're inside the RV. I got Wanda pushing against the window outside. Now this is a piece of trim that goes on the inside. We're having to put this back in here to kind of help pull the Lexel. And this is a very tight fit. So I'm going to have to start at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is take and put paint paddles underneath this. It's going to be kind of a trick here to hold it. Because what I'm trying to do is to actually get this thing just like they was paneling on the wall. We're gonna get there, y'all. You'll just have to hang with me. It'll take me a few minutes to get everything squared away. We will get there. No. I think we're getting fairly good. Got to make sure this window's pulled in tight and it stays there. Maybe I should double them. Make sure I get the window pulled in good. Maybe that'll help me to make sure that the window gets pulled in real nice. Okay, I gotta get on the other side. I'm trying to double the paint paddles up and make sure that I'm actually getting it pulled in for the sealer. Seals like it's supposed to. Put two of them up at the top. That should kind of help. Trusting that this is the right thing to do. Well, okay guys, we got this trim around the window in here. We kind of doubled up on some paint paddles around it to kind of simulate the siding on the inside in here. So we make sure we squeeze the window down good and tight from the outside. We're going to go out there and check it and make sure that we don't have any places that's not sealed on the outside. Okay guys, we've got the window in and we tightened it down to where the Lexel, you can see it squeezed out all around the edges here. Once it dries completely, we will come back and we will trim that out from around the rubber gasket. And our next thing is we'll have to replace this interior gasket right here. It has dried up and shrunk, that's not a problem. That's an easy fix. This here was one of our major issues that we had to get fixed to keep the water out. So we're hoping that this does it. We'll know in time. Probably the next day we'll shoot some water up all over this thing and see if it starts leaking on the inside again. The next thing we're going to do is we've got the stuff to replace this with here. We're going to take all this old hard black stuff out right here. We've got new stuff to go in it. We've got new stainless steel screws to go in behind it. They did not use stainless screws. They only used just plain metal and they're all rusted up in there. So we're going to take the screws out. We're going to put new screws in and put the new black trim back in it. Okay guys, we've decided that we've go ahead and taken our strip of this black strip here out of this trim here. What's happened is the screws that they put in here were just plain old screws. They've rusted, they're not holding, so what we're doing is coming back. The ones that'll tighten, see some of them won't tighten, so we just take them out, get them out of there. I take a little bit of Lexel, I squirt it back in the hole, it just kind of helps to seal it. And then we're taking brand new stainless steel screws, what should have been in here to start with, and we're putting them back in here. We're tightening them down. We're gonna have to go around the whole RV checking all these screws because that's where water comes in. Okay guys, we took the screw out right here that holds this little plastic piece in here now. You have to be careful not to break my knife tip, but we can get that started out of there. We'll get a hold to it. There's all kind of dirt and trash behind it. All this little groove here, we got to clean all that out. It's just over the years, stuff is built up in that groove. Now what we're going to do is we're taking our drill motor. Some of the screws are still okay. We're just checking them. If they're tight, they're okay. But if they strip, we replace them. Most of them are backed way out. Probably just over a period of years of using it. Oh, that one ain't no good. See, it won't. That one's kind of in a bad shape there, so that means that water's been getting in around it. Yep, I just pulled it out. The screw's completely rusted off almost. Kind of wipe out around it. Put us a little Lexel in that hole. So we screw our screw in, it kind of helps to seal it off. Got another one here. Okay guys, we're out here today. We've replaced all the screws around our aluminum trim now. We took out all the old plastic. We've got the new stuff in. And we are now installing it back inside this little groove here, which is aggravating, but it can be done. We've got it down through here so far. We got our first screw in to hold it where it wouldn't move. We're going to be working our way around the RV, trying to get this stuff stuck in. And I don't know if there's actually a particular process for putting this in, because I've never done it before. I'm just actually using my knife, the tip of it, to kind of help fold it over. It works really easy. It's just that it's kind of cool out here today, and the plastic is kind of hard. If it was warmer, I guess it would probably go in a little bit easier. But it snaps in, works kind of good. So we're gonna get that in, show you what it looks like when we finish it. Hey guys, we're going to leave about 5 inches of the vinyl insert sticking beyond that, because as I put this in, I could feel it stretching. So before we actually cut it, we're going to let it set for a few days and make sure that you know, that we don't want it to pull back and leave a big gap here, because it's settling overnight and during the day. We're going to give it a few days to do that, and I hope y'all have enjoyed watching us here at Deep South Homestead work on our RV. And thank you for watching.